Julie Sonam, and I am a real estate agent in the great state of Oregon. I've been licensed since 2017, so I'm in my eighth year of real estate. And prior to being a real estate agent, I worked as a registered nurse. So I always say I'm a professional helper, and I went from taking care of people and their health issues, and now I'm taking care of people and their housing issues. It's actually really a similar kind of job, the way you show up for people and really participate in what they have happening that's really important. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about why I choose living in the Eugene Springfield area. Who am I? What makes me tick? Let me tell you a little bit about myself, and that could help. I think when you're looking for a house, it's a really personal experience, and it'd be nice to know a little bit about the person who you hire to help you buy a house. I am an avid outdoor person, and what I mean by that is not that I climb mountains or I'm mountaineering or anything like that. I just really appreciate nature and the birds and the bees and the trees and the water, and I appreciate this beautiful place we call home. And so I am very interested in ecological things. Conservation of public places. I started a monthly garbage cleanup a few years ago, and it's called Love Where You Live. And once a month, we meet the first Saturday of every month, and we do a 2-hour garbage cleanup in a different area where we live. And it's amazing that every month there's garbage to clean up. And my dream is that one day we'll go for the garbage cleanup and we'll spend 2 hours walking around, talking to each other and building relationships with each other. And then we will realize there's no garbage to clean up. That sounds amazing to me. And what else? I love to ride my bike. Riding my bike is one of my absolute all-time favorite things to do. I don't get to do it all that much because of my job, but when I have time to myself, that is one of my favorite things to do is ride my bike. I like to read. I like to learn. I'm an introvert, so I spend a lot of time alone or with my dog or with my partner. Not a social butterfly. I do really good one-on-one, or I do really good with a small amount of people, but I'm not a social person. I'm not out doing social things to make myself do social things. But the reason why that makes that good for me being a real estate agent is I'm available. So it's very easy to reach me. It's easy to get a hold of me. I'm very easy to get a hold of text or phone call or email. I'm very responsive. I consider myself a foodie. I really live for my next delicious treat or meal, and I love to travel, and I really like to participate in my community. What I mean by that is like I want to have a community and I want to participate in my community and I want to participate in creating the world that we all want to live in, a world that's peaceful, that's supportive, that's kind. And so that those are things that I like to participate in. I am a sponsor every year for Beyond Toxics has a fundraiser. It's called Be Jazzy, and I'm a sponsor for Be Jazzy. I sponsor the Eugene Environmental Film Festival. I'm involved in a couple different animal rescue organizations and support them through taking care of animals, helping rescue animals, and giving money. I'm involved in a local nonprofit called the Palmo Center for Peace and Education, which is very near and dear to my heart and gets me out of bed every day. And I've met some amazing, wonderful, incredible people through that process. I grew up in Oregon. I grew up in Central Oregon on a farm, and I grew up and went to college and got married and moved. And I moved many times in my adult life, and I lived in many different places. I lived in Bellingham, Washington. I lived in Virginia. I lived in Florida 2 different times. I lived in Texas. I lived in Louisiana. I lived in California. And after all of the driving and traveling and seeing all the places and experiencing the United States, I really felt like there was something missing everywhere I lived. And so the reason that I chose to move back to this area, I really strongly feel that this is the best place to live in the United States. Now, I haven't lived in every state, but I have lived in many places. And out of all the places that I've lived and out of all the places that I've traveled, I think this area is special, and I think that the quality of life here is much better than the quality of life that you would have in any other place. It literally checks all the boxes. We have all different kinds of food that you would ever want to eat here. Um, we don't have Tibetan momos. But we do have really good hush puppies. But we have lots of restaurants and lots of really good food, lots of really good bakeries. I never find myself missing a specific kind of food that I could get in a bigger city. This place really checks all the boxes for me. It's got the outdoors, it's got rivers, it's got lakes, it's got reservoirs, it's got mountains, it's got hills, it's got waterfalls, it's got lots of parks, lots of public spaces, lots of free events, like all year round, not just in the summer. There are free things to do and free events. We have an airport that makes it really easy to travel. Eugene has we can go to 20 different cities from the Eugene airport, and some of those cities are major hubs. Like we've got Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver. There's direct flights to 20 different cities in the United States, which is amazing. So it makes it really easy to travel. Our airport is small. It's really easy to get into it and out of it, so there's no delays or difficulties. It's actually a really cute airport. It's about the same size, I think, as the airport in Palm Springs. It's just a really easily accessible airport. We also have like the things that you would get in a big city. We have the Holt Center for the Performing Arts. We have the McDonald Theater. We have the Wow Hall. We have the Cuthbert Amphitheater, and we have Autzen Stadium. So we've had a lot of big famous headliners come here. Like we had the Dalai Lama here, we had Elton John here, and every year there are famous musicians and performing artists that came here. I saw Cirque du Soleil here for the first time that I ever saw Cirque du Soleil was in Eugene, Oregon, and it was amazing. So I personally do not feel that I miss out on any big city things other than traffic. We do have a few little areas that have traffic, but they're minor. And when I say minor, I mean maybe you're delayed 10 minutes, or maybe you had to wait 60 seconds to get onto the freeway because you had to wait for the light because they have that they have that light where you have to wait for your turn. Overall, I would say living in the Eugene Springfield area is far superior experience than I've had living anywhere else. It just checks all the boxes. I love our area. I would be happy to talk to you about our area if you are interested in learning more, or you're thinking about moving here. I know moving is very stressful, and I have moved 17 times in my adult life. So I'm very familiar with moving. I'm always happy to help with your real estate needs. Please don't ever hesitate to reach out anytime. Thanks for watching my video. Help me grow my business and click the subscribe button and follow me on social media.